This would be B2, still prohibits that abortion language. That's the same as in the SB 67. And then that language in 3 and 4 is the same as for nurse practitioners in 65-1130, requiring certain information to be on prescription orders and requiring compliance with the Controlled Substances Act, registering with the DEA to prescribe controlled substances.
So we have both of the parties in the room, and I know that you've asked me not to use the term compromise, but if I recall, there was some recommendation made by the one party of KMS, and then this is following that recommendation. However, it does not mean that KMS is supportive. Is that correct? All right, committee, do we have any questions for Jenna or any discussion with Senator Owens? Senator Petty.
I would like to know where this amendment came from.
Derek, would you like to come forward?
Nurse anesthetist. You may have to remind me on the statute. The APRN Act is 1138 or 1150? So this language mirrors what is found in KSA 65-1130 with some tweaks, obviously, taking out the advanced practice registered nurse and replacing it with the certified registered nurse anesthetist. So that's the APRN Practice Act, which I think Rochelle's request was that this language reflect everything that the APRNs have, and the way that she suggested doing it was not the way that we did it, but it accomplished the same thing. Is that accurate?
Jenna, so Derek just mentioned KSA 65-1130, but there is no reference in this amendment, is there?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Senator, no, there's not. Just the language is copied. So that way it would be the same as in just this 65-1130 is just the generalized statute for APRN licensure. And in, what was that, 2022, that language was added regarding prescribing medications. And so what we did is we copied essentially that language from 65-1130 D1, 2, and 3, and just pasted it into here with the addition of that extra sentence related to administering anesthetic agents, which is already governed by the Act to provide additional clarity as to what medications can be prescribed.
Thank you.
Additional questions, committee? Senator Holscher?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, I'm just wondering if we could hear from Rochelle in terms of the implications of the amendment, in terms of where it puts us now.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Rochelle Colombo, Kansas Medical Society. We do believe that it reflects what we requested in our testimony. And as I testified, we didn't support the changes that were made in 2022 with regard to the Nurse Practice Act. We don't support non-physicians prescribing, but we believe that this is consistent across the practices between APRNs and CRNAs and doesn't represent a broader expansion of the scope of practice except for to prescribing. And so would say that it honors that request to be consistent and to not have a differentiation in scopes between the CRNAs and the APRNs. It does preserve the physician or dentist order, and we believe that's really important. It's not just a wholesale change of their practice act like what was originally proposed in Senate Bill 67.
Thank you. Additional questions, committee? Seeing none, will you move your amendment?
I move my amendment.
Do we have a second, committee? Second, Senator Rose. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The bill has, or the amendment has passed. Committee, we are back on the bill. Do I hear a motion on the bill itself? Senator Owens, a second?
Sorry, it's a busy day. Thank you, Madam Chair. So based on these changes, I believe it would be appropriate for this to be a substitute bill. So I would make a motion that we pass out Senate substitute for Senate Bill number 67 favorably.
Do I hear a second? Senator Murphy, all in favor say aye. Oh, discussion? Seeing none? Oh, Senator Clifford?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I am happy with the way the parties got together on this bill. I will be voting no, although I would like to see it get to the Senate floor. By a word of caution, this does increase the number of opioid prescribers in the state. I myself no longer prescribe opioids because of the potential for addiction. Anesthetists do a lot of pain work, pain management, injections in the back, and they are around patients who are susceptible to addictive behavior. And just as a cautionary note, I would hope their profession would be self-policing and certainly aware and educating their membership on the potential for addiction when prescribing opioids. Thank you.
Additional discussion, committee? Seeing none, we have a motion. Do we have, oh, we already had a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed?
No.
The bill has passed out of committee, and committee, we are adjourned.